The biggest signal in all of crypto just flashed, and the last time that this specific signal flashed, we saw the crypto market as a whole pump over 378%. Now, as a result of this happening, a lot of investors are wondering, well, what do we do? Do we start buying? Is this the time to start going high on leverage? I mean, what's the next move? Now, if you don't know me, my name is Tyler Hill. I am one of the co-founders of the Crypto Strategy School, one of the biggest schools in all of crypto, and I do post here on this YouTube channel every single day, covering everything that you need to know to stay up to date with crypto. And today what we're going to do is we're going to talk exactly about what the signal was, why it's so important for you, and what I'm doing as a result of it. And so with that said, look, let's not waste any more time at all, and let's get straight into the video. Now, catching up on the crypto market really quickly, what we can see is that, yeah, the market's in a pretty rough spot still, right? Bitcoin over the last 24 hours is down about 1.7%, right around the $86,000 mark, and you can of course see the altcoins somewhat down with it. Now, I will say that the altcoins have definitely outperformed Bitcoin, at least within the last 24 hours, but that's not really a big surpriser. I mean, you have to understand that alts have been getting absolutely decimated for weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks, while Bitcoin was really just going sideways, right? And so in a moment like this, it's kind of just Bitcoin's turn. Like the altcoins are like, all right, we went through it, now it's your turn, right? And so now we are, of course, seeing Bitcoin somewhat catching up to the alts in terms of some of those losses. Now, zooming out into some of your altcoins, what you can see here is that, again, the last day or so for some of your smaller alts hasn't actually been all that terrible. You, of course, have Pi, which has been gaining a lot of traction, currently right around the 11th spot, $17 billion in market cap, absolutely crushing it. You got APT and STX and ENA, and a couple more not doing too bad. But at the end of the day, I mean, the reality of it here is that you go out to your weekly, things like Radium are still down 45%. Things like Aave and Tal are still down 20%. MNT's down, 26%. So just because you have a couple doing well in the last 24 hours, it doesn't really erase what we've seen over the last couple days and the last couple weeks and, well, last couple months as well. Now, as a result of all of this dumpage, all of this falling, all of this granny getting kicked down the stairs, something just happened. Okay, something just happened. Something very, very, very big. What happened? Well, what we can see here is that the crypto fear and greed index just hit 10 for the very first time since 2022. If we actually go look at the crypto fear and greed index, you can see what I mean. This gray line is a representation of fear and greed within the market. Of course, 50 being neutral, 0 being absolute terror, and 100 being absolute euphoria. And you can kind of see how we've interacted with these levels for a very long time. Now, in moments like this, it is not unusual for retail investors to get pretty scared, right? And you're going to start to see the crypto fear and greed index falling. But what I will say is that we've seen it now fall at a faster rate than we've seen in a very long time. And I'm talking about years. The last time that the crypto fear and greed index did this was all the way back here in June of 2022. And if we go look at what happened in June of 2022, that was when we were coming to the bottom of the bear market, people. That is when we were coming to the bottom of a multi-year bear market. Like it's just, I understand people are fearful right now, but I think we're getting a little too far ahead of ourselves right now. Now, the reason why this is so important, okay, is that historically, when this level is reached, we have reached the last 10 to 15% of the pullback, crash, market, dump, whatever that we're in. If we go look at some of the periods in which we've seen the crypto fear and greed index hit this level, this 10 level down here, you can see, of course, we had it in 2022 right here, the beginning of 2022 right there, and of course, the middle of 2021 right here. So the only times that this has happened within the last 5 years were on these 3 occasions. And if we do go look to see how that's kind of been represented in terms of price, you can see it yourself. If we actually head over here, what you can see is that, boom, look at what happened just right here. Do you see how we came back down? We saw the crypto fear and greed index flash that 10 level, and then we started to bottom out over the next month or two, and then we recovered there. Then, of course, the market started falling again. Then what happened, my friends? We saw that crypto fear and greed index hit that 10,9,876 level, right? We started to go sideways and kind of consolidate for a couple months before pumping and then eventually falling back. So again, this wasn't the representation that the bear market was over, right? But this was a representation that we were getting towards an end of this initial pullback that we saw here, as you can see. And then lastly, you can see what happened here. We came all the way back down. This is right when that signal started to flash, a little bit right around there. And then what do you know? We started to go sideways for a little bit. We waiting for one more pullback. So we were, of course, we weren't at the very bottom of this pullback, but we were getting very close to the end. We had one more pullback, and then we saw crypto rally over 378% from that point forward. Now, why? That's the question, right? You can see what happens historically, but why? does it happen? The reason why this happens is that the market, especially recently, is driven by retail liquidation. And oftentimes we will see the market move in the opposite direction of extreme sentiment. What do I mean by that? Well, oftentimes, what I've come to recognize is that if everyone is excited, the market will end up going down. And if everyone is scared, the market will end up going upwards. Now, it's a very easy topic to understand, but the reason why it happens is that I'm under the belief that these markets are manipulated. And this manipulation allows exchanges and centralized exchanges and market makers and some of these lizard people at the top, right, to move prices around in favorable directions. If they can get a lot of money or make a lot of money from liquidating long traders, the market's going to fall. And if they can make a lot of money from liquidating short traders, the market's going to go up. Now, I know that may be a little bit complicated, but just understand that there are ways in which there are people who have a lot of control over this market can make money if you're wrong, especially as a retail investor. And I'm under the belief that they look for moments exactly like this to try to capitalize as much as possible. Because what you must understand is that extreme emotions cause extreme reactions, and extreme reactions create the biggest profitable opportunities for these market manipulators, right? And so in a period like this in which you are seeing so much extreme sentiment in terms of fear, it is, the reason as to why you will generally see the market coming towards the pullback, right? Because this is kind of max opportunity for them. As the market gets more and more fearful, if the market then goes up, that creates opportunities of max pain, where they can take as much crypto from you as humanly possible through liquidations, and of course FOMO and fear, just in panic and all of these things, right? And so that's why historically you will see these periods end up leading the market upwards, and why they do end up turning out to be some fantastic buying opportunities. Now, if these things are extremely complicated and you feel like maybe you're struggling to kind of get in the ball a little bit here, or some of the things that I'm saying can be a little bit complicated, what I will let you know is if you head to the link down below, you will find a free crypto beginner's guide for investing. This is just going to go over all of the basics that you need to know, from understanding how crypto works, getting started in crypto, storing your crypto, a beginner investing strategy, and much more. It is completely free. All you need to do is head to the link down below. And if you are a little bit more advanced, I will let you know that you can head to the link down below and get access to the CSS, which I told you about before. It is a crypto strategy school, and this is where you can see what I'm buying, what I'm selling. You're going to get daily analysis, research, deep dives. You're going to get signals from professional traders who make a living off of trading. You're going to get workshops, live streams, classes, courses, coaching, and much more. And all of that is available for you down below for what it could be starting at as little as $5 a month. So do go check these things out if you do feel like what I'm saying maybe makes sense, but you need just that extra boost. Now, going a little bit forward, okay, the big question here, going a little bit forward, now that we know what happened and why it's so important, well, what am I doing now? What am I doing now? Well, I'm buying in decent size, actually. As you all saw over on my Twitter yesterday, I did announce to you all, and actually I think I made a post of it as well. You can go check that out. Here you go. You can see what I started talking about right here. I said Bitcoin is currently showing RSI bullish divergence, a lot less bearish momentum on the MACD, decreasing volume during the current crash, and topside liquidations at their highest levels in years. This doesn't guarantee an imminent bounce, but we're definitely getting closer to a bottom. When the market does attempt to recover, I expect it to be fast and incredibly violent, designed to liquidate as many bears as possible. I wouldn't be over leveraging any short trades right now. In fact, I'm accumulating as we speak. And as you can see, look, I'll even kind of give you a little bit of a sneak peek here, a gift from me to you. You can see that I went in and I did some purchasing. Now, not only did I do some purchasing, I did some pretty sizable purchases yesterday, guys. I bought some Ethereum at $22.78, some SWI at $2.74, and some Solana at $134. And matter of fact, I actually bought some Bitcoin at $83,900. And well, Bitcoin's currently at $86,000. So we're a little bit up on that, but I'm not really relying on that because, again, I'm not saying that Bitcoin's price can't fall, right? It absolutely can continue to fall. Bitcoin could continue all the way back down to $72,000 or $75,000. But my point is, now that we are seeing some of these signals flashing, it's telling me that even if it does start to fall back, I would expect some recovery. And I do think we are going to see this market get some relief back up towards the upside. Does that mean we go in full-fledged bull mode and we go up to 130K? No, not particularly, but we'll cross that bridge when we get there. I think the market is either going to try to find some recovery now, or it's going to give us one more rip to the downside, one more liquidation event, and then it's going to try to maybe go sideways and then recover over a period of time. Okay. And so I'm going to be be here every step of the way with you, but I do genuinely believe exiting the market right now is not a good idea. I think if you're here, you might as well just stick around, because now that these indicators and signals are flashing, I think things could really start to heat up very, very fast, and you might regret leaving. So that doesn't mean that you can't sell. It doesn't mean that you have to buy. It doesn't mean any of those things, but at least keep an eye on crypto, because right now things are going to heat up and they're going to happen extremely fast. Now, if you are a trader, if you are someone who has been leverage trading or does leverage trade, I will also let you know, as you can see here, I am over on BTCC. This is a platform that I've used to trade for a very, very long time. They've been around for over 13 years and they are extremely strong. And if you do sign up using my link in the description down below, they will actually give you a 10% bonus on all first time deposits between $500 and $100,000. That means if you deposit $4,000, they'll give you $400 back on the spot to start trading with, and whatever profit you make off that $400 is yours to keep, no strings attached. So feel free to go check that out. There's over $20,000 in bonuses and rewards that you can receive if you do sign up with my link specifically down below. And don't forget, of course, that if you do want even more information from me, you can head over to my link to Twitter, which is down below at Tyler Hill YT, if you want even more analysis from me on a daily basis. But the main points here, guys, is just to get ready, right? Because now that we are seeing some of these huge moments of fear and worry, it's usually moments like this where you will start to see volatility inbound and when you will start to see this market try to recover. The question just is, does it recover now, or does it give us one more pullback and then start to try to recover? So I'll be here with you every single step of the way. And if you have been enjoying the daily content, don't forget to smash that like button and subscribe to the channel down below. And while you are down there, don't forget to check out the link to the school. Go get your free beginner's guide, follow me on Twitter, and check out BTCC if you are a trader yourself. But of course, I hope you guys did enjoy today's video, and I can't wait to see you all on the next one. Peace out, everybody.